today we will begin with Act 1 and Scene 3, and in the last scene we had seen that Orlando had started developing feelings, or he had started falling in love with Rosaline when he discovered that Rosaline is the daughter of Duke Senior, and Sir Roland D. Boyce and Duke Senior both are friends, both were friends. Okay, so today we will begin with Act 1, Scene 3, and we will see how Rosaline also starts falling in love with Orlando. So the setting of Act 1 and Scene 3 is like in Hamlet. The setting was always the Elsinore castle, only at times it was the ship or the ramparts of the castle, but most of the time it was Elsinore castle only. But here the setting keeps changing. So here the setting is a room in Duke's palace. Now who is this Duke? This is Duke Frederick. So we will begin. Rosalind is overcome with her emotions for Orlando. Celia asks her cousin how she could possibly manage to fall in love with Orlando so quickly. So what happens here? Just like Orlando had also started developing feelings for Rosalind, similarly Rosalind also starts developing feeling or emotions for Orlando. रोजलिन को भी ओरलैंडो से अट्रैक्शन हो जाता है और वो सीलिया को इसके बारे में बताती है. तो बेसिकली बोथ स्टार्ट डेवलपिंग फीलिंग्स. But here Rosaline is expressing this to her cousin Celia. But what does Celia say in contrast? Celia questions that how can Rosaline fall in love with Orlando so quickly? Because it is very quick to make a decision that he has fallen in love. Both were very quick in developing feelings for each other. Orlando also was very quick in developing feeling, and Rosaline was also very quick in developing feelings for Orlando. So vice versa it was happening. So just then what happens when they were discussing these things, जब वो लोग ये चीज डिस्कस कर रहे थे तो कौन आता है वहाँ पे? ड्यूक फ्रेडरिक आ जाते हैं. ये जो सेटिंग है ये उनका ही पैलेस है, उनका ही महल है. तो वो अचानक से इन लोग दोनों के पास आते हैं और वो क्या ऑर्डर करते हैं? ही ऑर्डर्स रोजलिन टू लीव द पैलेस एंड लीव द कोर्ट. और वो रोजलिन को ऑर्डर करते हैं कि वो भी यहाँ से चली जाए, जस्ट लाइक उसके फादर को यहाँ से भेज दिया गया है. तो अब ड्यूक ने उसे भी ऑर्डर किया है कि वो भी यहाँ से चली जाए. तो हु ऑर्डर्स रोजलिन टू लीव द पैलेस? ड्यूक फ्रेडरिक. Orders Rosaline. He orders her to leave the palace and the court. Palace is Mahal and court is Darbar. He denounces her as a traitor and threatens her with death should she be found within 20 miles of the court. So what did he warn her? He warned her that if she is found within 20 miles of the court, अगर वो कोर्ट के 20 miles के आसपास अगर वो मिली या उसे देखा गया, then she will be killed. उसको मार दिया जाएगा. And उन्होंने क्या रीजन दिया कि यू आर अ ट्रेटर, यू आर अ चीटर, इस वजह से मैं आपको यहाँ से निकाल रहा हूँ. बट ये कोई वैलिड रीजन नहीं था क्योंकि रोजलिन ने ऐसा कुछ किया नहीं था. And what did he threaten her? Threaten is धमकी देना. That if she is found 20 miles within the court, then she will be killed. And he had no valid reason for banishing her. He had no valid reason. He just wanted her to leave the court and go wherever she wants to go. and he also calls her a traitor, means a cheater. Now remember this 20 miles, okay? Now Celia questions her father as to why he is sending her out of the court or why is he banishing her. आप लोग सबको पता है कि सीलिया जो है वो बहुत क्लोज थी अपनी बहन रोजलिन से, और वो बिल्कुल रोजलिन को सैड नहीं देख पाती थी, बिल्कुल डिप्रेस नहीं देख पाती थी, इसलिए लास्ट सीन में सीलिया ने ये भी बोला था रोजलिन को कि सिंस वो ओनली हेयर है अपने फादर की प्रॉपर्टी की, तो वंस हर फादर डाइज शी विल रिटर्न बैक द प्रॉपर्टी एंड एवरीथिंग विच हर फादर हैज यूजर्व्ड फ्रॉम ड्यूक सीनियर. When Rosaline asks him to explain his decision to banish her, Duke Frederick replies that she is a father's daughter and that is enough. So Rosaline did not agree that she is a traitor. When Duke Frederick called her a traitor and asked her to leave, she did not agree and she asked her to explain. Rosaline ने क्या बोला Duke Frederick को, अपने अंकल को, कि आप explain कीजिए properly, आप reason explain कीजिए कि आप क्यों मुझे यहाँ से भेज रहे हैं. Only then I will leave. So what did Duke Frederick say and what reason did he give? That she is a father's daughter and that is enough. क्योंकि वो अपने पापा की बेटी है और उसके पापा यहाँ नहीं रहते, वो यहाँ से चले गए हैं, तो that reason is enough to send her away. And क्योंकि अब उसके पापा यहाँ नहीं और उसके पापा को यहाँ से भेज दिया गया है, and क्योंकि वो अपने पापा की बेटी है, तो that reason is enough to banish her. What reason did he give? First called her a traitor, means a cheater. And said that she is her father's daughter and that reason is enough to send her away. Celia makes an impassioned plea on Rosaline's behalf, but the Duke condemns Rosaline for her smoothness and silence and tries to convince his daughter that she will seem more beautiful and virtuous after Rosaline is gone. Now, who tries to convince? Celia tries to convince her father. Celia will try to convince her father, but her father will not listen to her. Tries to convince her father, but it does not work. And what reason Duke Frederick gives? Duke Frederick tells her daughter Celia that when Rosalind is gone, you will appear to be more virtuous and your qualities will outshine. You will appear more beautiful. Like if there are two beautiful girls and if one is sent away or one is gone, then obviously the qualities of the other one will be seen by others and will be appreciated by others more. तो यही रीजन है जो ड्यूक फेडरिक ने सीलिया को दिया कि अगर रोजलिन यहाँ से चली जाती है तो तुम्हारे क्वालिटीज लोगों को और दिखेंगे और फिर तुम सबसे सुंदर रहोगी यहाँ पे और तुम सबसे वर्चुअस रहोगी. Celia announces that in banishing Rosaline, Duke Frederick has also banished Celia, and that the two women decide to seek out Duke Senior in the forest of Arden. Now, see, what did Celia say to her father? That you have not only banished Rosaline, you have also banished your daughter along with Rosaline. Celia अपने पापा को बोलती है कि आपने रोजलिन को ये ऑर्डर दिया है, तो अब आप ये सुन लीजिए कि ये ऑर्डर मेरे लिए भी है और अब हम लोग दोनों किसके पास चले जाएंगे? ड्यूक सीनियर के पास चले जाएंगे इन द फॉरेस्ट ऑफ आर्डन. Realizing that such a journey would be incredibly dangerous for two wealthy, attractive young women. They decide to travel in disguise. Now, this I had told you in the first class itself that when Rosaline and Celia both will leave the court and go to the forest of Arden, they will disguise themselves. इट मीन्स वो अपना वेश बदल के वहाँ जाएंगी, क्योंकि अगर वो अपने असली रूप में, असली ड्रेस में, असली पहचान, असली आइडेंटिटी के साथ वहाँ जाएंगी तो लोग उन्हें पहचान लेंगे और उनके लिए फॉरेस्ट में, एक जंगल में रहना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. तो मैंने फर्स्ट डे आपको बताया था कि रोजलिन अपने आप को कैसे डिस्गाइज करेगी और सीलिया अपने आप को कैसे डिस्गाइज करेगी, तो वो बेसिकली इसी सीन में है. तो दिस इज बेसिकली हाउ दे विल डिस्गाइज. रोजलिन जो कि एक वुमन है, वो अपने आप को कैसे डिस्गाइज करेगी, वो अपना नाम रखेगी, नाम चेंज करके. ये तो उसका असली नेम है ना, ये उसका रियल नेम है. एंड दिस इज अ डिस्गाइज नेम. So what is a disguised name? What is the name of Rosaline when she disguises herself? It is Ganymede. And Ganymede is a young, handsome boy. Now, what is the real name of Duke Frederick's daughter? The real name of Duke Frederick's daughter is Celia. And Celia disguises herself and keeps her disguised name as Elena, who is a young shepherdess. So this is the real name of Celia. And she is also a woman. Now, what is the disguised name? Disguised name of Celia is Elena. Now, she doesn't change her gender and she disguises herself as a young shepherdess. On the other hand, Rosaline disguises herself as a young, handsome boy. Okay? And in reality, both are sisters. Everybody is following. If you are following, please write yes and send it in the comment section. So, they both decide to disguise themselves in the following forms and then leave for the forest of Arden. Now, because they both are young and they have never been to the forest of Arden, so they decide that they will take someone along with them when they go to the forest of Arden. The two decide to convince Touchstone, a clown, to accompany them to the journey. So they both ask Touchstone. Touchstone is a clown or a fool. So they ask Touchstone to accompany them or to give them company to the forest of Arden. Who accompanies them to the forest of Arden? Touchstone accompanies them to the forest of Arden. Now this is important and this can be asked in the form of a question. So this was all in Act 1. We will now begin with Act 2, Scene 1. So I have already told you that the setting keeps changing. Earlier it was a room in Duke's palace and now it is Forest of Arden. Okay. So what happens in the Forest of Arden? You already know that Duke Senior was already there in the Forest of Arden because his brother had already banished him, and he was there with his loyal lords and companions, and he was very happy, very content, very satisfied in the Forest of Arden. And we will see in this scene how satisfied he was and what he did there in the Forest of Arden. The banished Duke Senior expounds on the wonders of life in the forest. He tells his associates that he prefers forest dwelling to painted pomp. Like he prefers more the life of the forest than the luxuries and the comforts of the court. So Duke Senior is in the Forest of Arden. He is happy in the Forest of Arden. And what does he say to his lords and to his companions? He tells his associates means the ones who were with him, that he prefers forest dwelling to the painted pomp of the courtly existence. So he was happy and he preferred forest than the pomp and show, means the luxuries, the artificiality of the court. Than the pomp and show, or you can also call it artificiality because see, फॉरेस्ट क्या होता है? नेचर होता है. नेचर में सब चीजें कैसी होती है? ओरिजिनल होती है. सब चीजें अपने रियल सेल्फ में होती है, ओरिजिनल होती है. एंड व्हेन यू स्टार्ट लिविंग इन नेचर, यू आल्सो स्टार्ट बिकमिंग एज ओरिजिनल एज द नेचर. इन कॉन्ट्रास्ट व्हाट हैपेंस इन द कोर्ट. कोर्ट में क्या होता है? लोग जनरली आर्टिफिशियल रहते हैं, बहुत पॉलिटिक्स रहती है, बहुत तरह की बातें रहती है. लोग लोग दूसरों को पहचान नहीं पाते सही तरीके से. एंड बहुत आर्टिफिशियल लाइफ रहता है, मतलब दिखावे का लाइफ ज्यादा रहता है. सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज नोन एज द pomp and show, or I have also written artificiality of the court. So Duke Senior preferred forest life and the natural life more than the artificiality and the pomp and show of the forest, pomp and show of the court. He reminds them that their existence in Arden is free from danger and that the greatest worry here is nothing worse than the cold winter. So he was with his associates and loyal lords. एसोसिएट्स मतलब कौन कौन लोग उसके साथ थे? लॉयल लॉर्ड्स, वफादार उनके ऑफिसर्स. और वो अपने जो लॉयल लॉर्ड्स हैं, जो वफादार ऑफिसर्स हैं, उनसे क्या बोल रहे होते हैं कि जैसे कोर्ट में बहुत तरह का खतरा होता है ना, कोई कभी वॉर कर देगा, कोई आपके अगेंस्ट पॉलिटिक्स कर रहा है या फिर कोई साजिश कर रहा है आपके अगेंस्ट. तो बहुत तरीके का खतरा होता है कोर्ट में, जो महल और जो दरबार होता है वहाँ पे. इन कॉन्ट्रास्ट जो फॉरेस्ट है वहाँ पे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा खतरा या ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा डेंजरस चीज़ क्या हो सकता है? कोल्ड चिली विंटर. उससे ज़्यादा खतरा और उससे ज़्यादा डेंजरस कुछ नहीं हो सकता है. तो जैसे कि ये कोर्ट और नेचर में कंपैरिजन कर रहे हैं, कोर्ट और फॉरेस्ट में कंपैरिजन कर रहे हैं, तो ये कोर्ट का बहुत सारा